a full face tutorial using only Colourpop products to you today, and I'm going to be showing you 2 looks that you can create using Colourpop products, one of them being a more summery look and the second one being this fall inspired look. If you would like to see the 2 looks that I created, please keep watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to see more videos from me. So let's get on to the looks. So before I get started, I've already primed my skin, I've applied foundation and concealer, and I've also finished my eyebrows. So let's go ahead and get started with the lighter look for summer. So the first product I want to showcase from Colourpop is their pressed eyeshadows. I've enjoyed playing around with these. I think they're really great quality. They blend easy. They're really smooth and buttery. They do have some kick up, but I don't see that as a problem since they are still pretty pigmented and easy to work with. I'm going to start by using the shade Full Zip all over my eyelid. And this is just going to help mattify the concealer and foundation that has already been applied to my eyelid. I don't tend to use eyeshadow primer. I just put a thin layer of either concealer or foundation over my eyelids. And this product here is going to help blend out any other shadows that we put on top. I'm then going to go in with this third shade called Sidetracked, and I'm going to focus this in the crease. Since I have hooded eyes, I go on the top side of my crease so that when my eyes are open you can still see that color. I'm just focusing this on the outer portion of my eyelid. For that third color, I'm going to use Top Notch. I'm going to focus this in the outer V of my eye to give it a smokier look. This is a rich kind of terracotta brown. Kind of like a fudgy color. Nice warm fudge brown shade. I really think that these Colourpop eyeshadows are pretty foolproof for beginners. They're easy to blend together, and also if you do make a mistake, they're pretty easy to blend out. We're going to go ahead and use this last shade in here. This is called Ringer, and I'm going to pat this on the main part of my lid and into my inner corner. And I'm just going to use my ring finger to do that. By using our finger, this keeps this shadow really shimmery and bright and pigmented. I am overlapping this with that darker shade we just placed in the outer V to help blend and mesh those together. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this peanut butter shade Sidetracked and drag that along the bottom of my eye. I'm going to take a little bit more of Full Zip, which is the lightest shade in this palette, and I'm going to use that to blend out my edges and also as a sort of matte highlight on my brow bone. For cheeks, I'm going to go ahead and use the Double Play palette. This is a blush and highlighter duo. And I'm going to use both of these products on my cheeks. I'm a huge fan of this blush because it's more of a peachy nude almost. It's kind of a bronzing shade, but it has a little more peach in it to keep it from being a bronze. But I really love it. It's really natural and subtle on my skin. And I think that's why I like it so much. I love this highlight shade. It's a nice, beautiful, rosy, peachy gold, champagne color, a mixture of all of those. And it's just beautiful. It's one of those highlights that you can make look really natural or really like pop-in wet look. Go ahead and highlight my nose, a little bit on the chin. And to top this look off, I'm going to go ahead and add a lippy. I think I'm going to do something a little bit bolder since everything's more neutral. And it's summer, so I like to be a little bolder in the summer, do some bright lipsticks. So let me go ahead and pick out a lipstick and I'll be right back. I went ahead and chose London Fog, which is an ultra satin lip. It's this beautiful bright red color. This is a mini version of that lip, but it's the same product. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. I'm gonna open. I really love their Ultra Satin Lip formula. It's super comfortable and wearable. There is some transfer whenever you kiss or eat or drink or things like that, but I really like it because it's so comfortable and it keeps your lips hydrated. And it has more of a natural wear off than their Ultra Mattes do, and their Ultra Mattes can be a little bit more drying, and some of the formula of the Ultra Mattes can almost accentuate the lines in your lips, whereas the Ultra Satins I think glide on smoothly and make your lips look beautiful. So I almost totally forgot to put mascara on, but I put it on before I took all my makeup off. So this is the final summer inspired look I created using Colourpop products. I went ahead and took off the eyeshadow I was previously wearing and the lipstick. I do have the blush and highlighter from that palette that I used, but I am going to add some different highlighter on top of this one to give it a more natural looking finish. So let's get started. So this is what a Super Shock shadow looks like. They come in these little tiny containers. It is a cream based product, so it is very bouncy and malleable. It's kind of wet almost. So this is what I will be using for the rest of this eye look. Is going to be all the Super Shock shadow colors that I have, and I'm going to show you how I use these and how I blend them out on my eyes. So I'm going to start with Girl Crush. This is a nice gray shade. I don't know if this is still on their site or if this is one of their discontinued shades. I'm sure they have one similar to it, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to most of my eyelid. And to apply it to my eyelid, I'm simply dipping my finger into it and swirling around to get the pigment on my finger. This is one of my Super Shock shadows that is actually a little more dry. It is one that I've had the longest. So it's not quite as wet and creamy as my other shades that I have. I'm focusing this all over my eyelid. I'm trying to stay out of the crease. So that's going to lay down a nice base for the colors that I want to lay on top of it. With these Super Shock shadows, you've got to be really careful to close them nice and tight so that they do keep longer and don't dry out as easy. So I'm going to start building color into my crease, and I'm going to start with Melrose. This is one of the shades that they came out with in 2016 for their fall collection. It's a nice burnt brick red with a little bit of an orange undertone. So I'm going to take that on this brush here. It is easiest to use synthetic brushes with these cream Super Shock shadows from Colourpop. They do have their own set of makeup brushes you can get now on their website. And I'm going to focus this in the crease. I'm going to blow it out up towards my eyebrow. Without picking up any more product, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this eye. I'm really working on blending this out. So now I'm going to go in and deepen that up a little bit more. And I am actually going to use a green. So I'm going to go in with High Rise here. This is a nice deep green. It's like a forest green, like a mossy forest green. It's a matte shade. And I'm taking that on this e.l.f. blending eye brush. It's a little bit more precise. And I'm going to focus this more into the crease and less on blowing that out. I feel like this green and red next to each other make a really beautiful combination. I think blending is key with pretty much any eye look, but with these shadows that are creamier based, you really need to blend out and make sure there's not any patchiness in there. I am going to go back in with a little bit of Melrose to even it out a bit. And blend a little more. Seems satisfactory to me. So next comes the pretty sparkly shade. This is one of my favorite shadows from Colourpop. This is in So Quiche. It is this gorgeous pewter color almost with purple and red and green and olive. It's just this gorgeous shadow. Nothing does this shadow justice. It's super gorgeous. So this is going to go all over the lid and inner corner space. And I'm applying this with just my fingertip. So Quiche is actually the first Colourpop shadow that I purchased. And I'm really glad I did. I do not regret that purchase. I thought it was such a unique shimmery shade that I didn't own it in a palette. I've never seen it in the palette. And I really wanted to try these formula of eyeshadows, the Super Shock formula. Alright, so I have So Quiche on my eyes now. To finish this look off, we need an inner corner highlight. So I'm going to go with my Super Shock Cheek in Monster. It's a really beautiful holographic highlighter. And this is what I'm going to use to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and try and use my pinky to do this. It's going to give a really beautiful holographic look, kind of pinky blue reflex in the eye. So it's going to pick up the purples and pinks in So Quiche really well. I just really like the mix of this holographic look with like these fall shades. I think it looks really pretty. So for the bottom lash, we are going to take the Super Shock in High Rise, that deep green. I'm going to take the same brush we used to apply it to our crease and focus that on the bottom lash as well. Trying to keep it really nice and tight to my lashes. And after using that green, we're going to go in with Melrose, the deep red that we applied to our eyes. And on a larger, fluffier brush, I'm going to take that. I'm going to go ahead and apply more mascara. This would be a really good look to pull out some big falsies. Help accentuate the eyes even more. But I'm not a falsies kind of girl. Really. Okay, so to finish this look, I'm going to add a lip and a new highlighter on top of the highlighter we already have. I used my palette for cheeks and highlight earlier, for my blush and highlight earlier. So now I'm going to go in with a Butterfly Beach Super Shock Cheek Shadow. Not a shadow, it's a highlighter. And I'm going to use my Beauty Blender, well, my Real Technique sponge. And I'm going to dip right into this. And I'm going to use this to apply a highlighter to the cheeks. This is going to give me more of a natural glow because it is because of the Super Shock formula. It's more natural looking. It's kind of a cream without being too sticky and shiny, but it gives the skin a beautiful glow. You can even use this as a brow bone highlight, which I think is what I'm going to do now. Tap my finger into it a little. And now for lips. I don't know what I want to do with my lips. I don't know if I want to do a neutral shade since we did a bright bold color for the spring, or I mean the summer look. I think I'm going to try this gloss on top. So, and I'm not much of a gloss person, so let's do strip. Let's do strip. I'll do strip with Game on top of it. This is an ultra satin lip. I got this in the trio set from their peach, or their nude spring collection. I really like this color. And now I'm going to top it off with Game On. Really like that. So this is the final look for the fall Colourpop makeup look. I really love these eyeshadow colors that we used. And I believe you can still pick it up on the website as the set, or you can also buy them individually. I will let you know and leave links down below for all products that I used, if you can still purchase them and where you can find them if you can. Alright guys, that completes my Colourpop full face tutorial with 2 looks included. I really hope you liked it. I enjoyed creating these looks for you guys using Colourpop products. I will leave links down below where you can get these products if they are still available. If they're not, I will still include them so you know the names of the products I use, because Colourpop does tend to bring back products that were once discontinued. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you can be notified when I create more videos. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I'm excited to also tell you that I'll be using... Got a little pimple edge showing through. I really hope you... Bleh.